the time for fist fighting people. Like he worked for the railroad and he fist fought people, but I think he got caught.
People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer for that, but yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. I leave TikTok for a month, and there's already people spreading misinformation on here as if they know everything about Colonel Sanders. He wasn't fired all the time for getting in fist fights. He got in a fist fight one time, a brawl with his own client in court. All of his other jobs he was fired from because they were either cutting costs, he couldn't perform well, or it was something that he started himself as his own adventure and it got closed down, either due to the Great Depression or World War II. He was fired for insubordination. He was an insurance salesman. He was fired from that, but not fist fighting. He didn't get tired of his wife and kids and go out of town and then come back and find his stuff gone. His wife got tired of him hopping jobs, and then she packed the stuff and the kids and moved to her mother's. He ended up cheating on his first wife with his then to be second wife, Claudia Price. But there was no bad blood between him and his first wife as they remained friends until the day she died. Your description says it's just a simple Google search. It's not just that easy. There's so much misinformation on the web that I have been combating with facts from this family and actual facts that you can find online. But it's not a simple Google search because you can't believe everything you read on the internet. I don't know why there's so much misinformation about Colonel Sanders, but there is. And your video helps contribute to that by posting it as if you know everything. In your comments, you're telling people Colonel Sanders was a real person that terrorized many. He didn't terrorize any. He got in a fist fight one time. He cussed like a sailor, but it never seemed to bother anybody. And when he became rich, he donated most of his income to good causes. He would have given you his home. He paid off students' tuitions to college. He gave donations, clothes, money to orphanages, foster homes. Every business that he operated himself was shut down due to one way or another, not him being in fistfights. His first Shell station, his first service station, was in Nicholasville, Kentucky, and it was shut down in 1929 due to the Great Depression, the same year he opened the one in Corbin where the KFC recipe would be developed. He opened a franchise of his motor court and cafe in Asheville, North Carolina in the 1940s, and he was forced to shut down and sell the property because it became inoperable due to World War II and the rationing of gas due to that. He then moved back to Corbin, became another insurance salesman, tried selling insurance to make up for the lost income that they had, and he was fired from that because he wasn't a very good insurance salesman. Something that seems to be a pattern is Uncle Harley's property burning to the ground. The Corbin location burnt to the ground one day. I actually think it burned down twice, one time while he was operating it, and then another time after. The motor court actually burned down. If it didn't burn down twice, this is the same story, it just burned down once, because that's why the motor court isn't there anymore. It burned down, and all he had left was the cafe. If it happened twice, it burnt down, and he had to rebuild it. Then he sold it in 1955 when the highway was put in that forced him to close his restaurant and sell. And it burned down again. They had a fire. And now the current owners, JRN, just has the Sanders Cafe as Harlan Sanders Cafe and Museum, where the motor court was as a parking lot because of the last fire that burned it down. There used to be KFC ads, the old ones that would upset me. They don't anymore. What upsets me is when people get on the internet and try acting like they know something that they don't and spreading the misinformation that I worked so hard to get rid of. Because I guarantee you now, people are going to be spreading around that he was fired from everything for fist fighting. As little as a rumor as that is, it's inaccurate. There's a reason why people tag me a bunch in your comments.